What is going on, guys? Han YOLO, another beer video. I'm going to try to do this quickly because my camera's going to die, but today I got an Ecliptic beer, Oort Stout, 8.5% ABV, Imperial Stout, label right there. Very, very cool label, man. It has that, I'm not sure if it's going to, oh yeah, it kind of does. It has that like holographic Pokemon thing going on that label. Very cool, very spacey, I guess, because Ecliptic's whole like theme is space and whatnot, which is why you got that meteor there. I think it's a meteor, but very cool. This is a 2018 edition. I got this last year for my birthday, I believe. So it's at least a year old. That's all I know about the date on this, because there's like literally no date whatsoever on this bottle. I've looked, and I feel like people need to start dating their beers more often, man, or like you should. It should be a thing, because I like people like me or people like other beer tubers, and I think just beer drinkers in general, people who like, you know, kind of collect beers or whatever, you know, whatever, that have a ton of beer all the time in their fridge. Having a date's really good, because stouts like this that are not barrel aged, they don't really develop over time. They actually fall off over time, which I've done a video with even more Jesus, like a fresh versus like a 6 or 8 month old or whatever. And although that didn't really fall off that much, it was still enough for me to notice. Let's get this into a glass, man. I forgot my camera's on. I keep talking about kind of irrelevant things. But 8.5% Imperial Stout, Ecliptic, going in the glass. It's pouring relatively thin too. Hopefully this is just as good as it would be if it was fresh. Again, this is about a year old. That's my guess, because I got it last year, the 2018 version. Today is Friday, the 15th of February, day after Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys had a good one. I poured with about, I'm going to say, a finger and a half of just this very light khaki head, man. Pretty into the light. It is an extremely dark stout, as expected. It might be very, 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 very dark brown, but I'm going to just call it black just for simplicity. It is a very nice looking beer, man. The head, it looks like it's going to be sticking around for a while. It's fluffy, mixture of very, very, very tiny bubbles all the way up to larger ones that you can see up at the surface there. That head looks nice. I'm going to give it a quick swirl here, see what we get. Yeah. Oh. Sorry about that. Yeah, looks like it has some alcohol legs, not a ton, but let's get the aroma on this. I'm getting hints of coffee, of course, chocolate, milk chocolate, lots of milk chocolate, and a touch of dark chocolate. This smells good. Yeah, definitely like a latte or like a macchiato, like a caramel macchiato from Starbucks. I'm getting that aroma coming up here. Smells sweet, smells like, I guess, like I already mentioned, like a latte, I suppose, or like a crap milk stout. To me, milk stouts usually have that like sweeter aroma on them. They have that really big milk chocolate aroma, and that's what I'm getting from this beer. It smells sweet, smells awesome, smells decadent, although it did pour very thin. And a touch of that spicy aroma that you usually get with coffee. I'm getting that as well. Just a touch of it on the aroma. Let's get into the flavor. Cheers. Again, that coffee spiciness, or yeah, I'm gonna call it coffee spiciness. It is there on the palate as well. You get a lot of coffee just right off the bat. Kind of fades into this more mellow, roasty coffee bean flavor with a mixture of milk chocolate and just a tad of dark chocolate. It literally just tastes like what it smells like. Mouthfeel, although it poured extremely thin, or at least it looked really thin when I was pouring it, it's not too bad. It is not by any means chewy or thick, but it's a hair, I'm going to say, a step above water consistency. It is not like a lot of porters where they just, there's no thickness to it. It's literally just like water consistency. This is a tad above that, which I feel like it's really good for a stout. I don't really like drinking thin stouts. There's just I don't know, it kind of messes up the beer for me, at least for stouts. As I'm drinking this, more and more of that coffee roastiness is coming out. Starting to get a lot of bitterness, like coffee, like just drinking black coffee, that kind of bitterness. But then it also has that nice milk chocolate flavor that's kind of, you know, rounding it out, making it, balancing the bitterness with the sweetness. But that bitterness is definitely way more than what that milk chocolate can do. And that's okay. I mean, out of a 22 ounce, that's also a bomber. If you couldn't tell from, you know, me holding it, it's a huge ass bottle. I feel like I can do like a 12 ounce or even a 16 ounce of this, but 22 ounces is, it might be a little much for this flavor, at least for me. I like coffee. I like it in stouts and whatever, but once the coffee gets too overwhelming, like there's too much roastiness, too much coffee bitterness, it kind of turns me off. Just because I like bitterness, like in IPAs and all that, and stouts is fine too. But when it gets too crazy in a stout, I want other flavors. I want it to be semi-sweet. I want molasses. I want brown sugar. You know, I want the complexity of it, not just bitterness. If I just wanted bitterness, I just drink black coffee, or, you know, something similar to that. Just eat coffee beans. Which is weird because no one eats coffee beans. Except for like the chocolate covered ones. Those are kind of good. But yes, that's it. Actually, so imagine like a coffee bean covered with dark chocolate. That's literally what this tastes like. That dark chocolate has semi-sweetness, semi to, yeah, it has more bitterness, I suppose, but it's like that. It's a coffee bean covered in dark chocolate, maybe a mixture of dark and milk chocolate, but more dark than milk. Because the sweetness is actually fading away quite quickly as I'm sipping on this beer, and I feel some sort of alcohol presence there in the back of my throat, but at 8.5%, I am not surprised there. But like I was mentioning, man, today's the 15th, Friday, February 15th. Tomorrow is the Festival of Dark Arts at Fort George in Astoria, Oregon. What I think, okay, I know for a fact that it's the largest stout event here in Oregon. I was going to say I think it's the largest stout event ever. It is not true. I'm almost positive there are larger events or stout events out there, but this is Oregon's largest stout event. It's going to have this beer, Oort Stout, Imperial Stout, but in barrels, or barrel age, not in barrels, in barrel age. It was once in barrels, and basically it's just a huge ass stout festival held at Fort George's brewery, which is massive. And it's just going to be a huge like lineup of barrel aged stouts with, you know, here or there non-barrel aged stouts. But basically, I'm going to say 85 to 90% of the beers there are going to be big, huge barrel aged stouts. And it's going to be a damn good time, man. If you guys, if anyone's going, you know, you see me, you know, say hi. I am very approachable. I'm nice. I swear I'm not a mean person. I will say hi to you. But anyways, man, this is Oort Stout, a 8.5% Imperial Stout by Ecliptic. If you guys like the video, I recommend this. I wouldn't trade nothing crazy for it, and I'm almost positive they're only making it a 22 ounce bomber. So just prepare. Just if you like coffee, like chocolate, you'll like this. It is. Don't get your hopes too high, because it's. I'm not gonna say it's a regular stout, but it is, you know, borderline just a stout. Like nothing too crazy about it, nothing special, but it is a good stout. Anyways, you guys like the video, give a thumbs up, comments leave below, subscribe for more videos, and as always, dream big dreams and believe all things are possible. Thank you for watching. Cheers.